Are you serious? Are you serious? Guys, you're looking at China's new stealth nuclear bomber. That's right. China's new stealth nuke bomber that can reach all the way to Los Angeles, California. Are you serious? Are you seriously serious? This is all we need. This is what I'm trying to say. The first wave, we're dealing with this coronavirus. The president's worried about EMPs being detonated over top of our country and taking out our power grid, which would weaken us more. And then a third wave could be actually a military strikes. And who's the culprit we're watching? China, China, China. Let's talk about it, guys. Let's really talk about this. I'm going to say right now, it's very disturbing, very frustrating. We're very upset about it, but we have to keep an eye on what's going on. Obviously, this is the kind of thing that, it doesn't feel good, does it? It really, really doesn't feel good at all, but it's what's happening. We're living in the end times. We're living in the last days, and these are the kind of things I think this makes everybody nervous because there's something about this virus that just don't feel right. But beyond that, and you heard it from Secretary of State Mike Pompeo, you're hearing it from the president. You don't know why, but you just don't feel right. Now they unveil their stealth nuclear bomber. Can we put a shout out right now, if we could, to www.healthwithpaul.com. That's www.healthwithpaul.com. In the year 2020, guys, one of the most prophetic years ever, it's so important to keep your body healthy all the time. Collagen may be the closest thing we will ever get to the real fountain of youth, while also forming a wall of defense between your immune system and the rest of your body. Now, the older you are, in fact, the more likely that this has caught your attention, and for good reason. Many health experts now agree, there's no question, that consuming collagen is as crucial as it gets to renewing and revitalizing how you look or feel. But now let me be honest, not human collagen. I will not endorse that. But we're talking about plant or animal collagen. And after all, collagen is the most abundant protein in your body and is essentially the glue that holds us together. In fact, by after age 20, people produce less than 12% less collagen in their skin each decade. And for some, it's even a greater decline. This means by the time you're middle-aged like me, you could be producing less than half of the collagen you did in your youth. What? So even worse, various lifestyle factors you may have been exposed to, like poor diet or smoking or pollution or stress and excess of sun exposure can deplete your collagen levels even faster. So visit www.healthwithpaul.com. That's www.healthwithpaul.com and secure your supply of the best collagen on the market. Okay, so check it out. Now check this out, guys. This stealth bomber by China is scary. And let me tell you why. The H-20, the B-21, and Russia's TSU are all broadly similar next-generation stealth bombers. But the Chinese and American aircraft are both scheduled to take to the skies in the year 2025, with the Russian bomber expected to be out there about 2 years later. Now, the South China Morning Post quoted a Chinese government source as saying that at an air show, it's expected to become a platform to promote China's image of success in the pandemic control, telling the outside world that the contagion did not have any big impact on the Chinese defense industry enterprise. Also, what they're doing is this. They're trying to say concerns have been raised, however, whether the debut of a potent offensive weapon like the H-20 will send the wrong signals and increase international tensions. Beijing's leadership is still carefully considering whether its commission will affect regional balance, especially as regional tensions have been escalating over the COVID-19 pandemic. Another source told the paper. And like the intercontinental ballistic missiles, all strategic bombers can be used for delivering nuclear weapons. If China claims it has pursued a national defense policy, which is purely defensive in nature, why would it need such an offensive weapon? Why would they need a bomber that can literally go all the way to Los Angeles? That is not defense. That is purely offensive tactical maneuvers. Now, the Aviation Industrial Corporation in China went so far as to release the promotional video back in May of 2018 that the paranoid Northrop Grumman's own Super Bowl ad for the B-21 Raider. The H-20 is rumored to be similar in size and general layout of a B-21, but there are no confirmed images of this nuclear-capable aircraft. The H-20 reportedly has 4 non-afterburning WS-10A turbofan engines sunk into the top of the wing surface with inlets that are in the S-shaped sawtooth configuration to minimize radar visibility. And while that's being put together, the aircraft was originally set to enter service last year, but there have been significant teething problems with the WS-10A power plant. So with an operational range of 12,000 meters or 7,500 miles, the H-20 could potentially change the balance of military power in the Pacific theater, giving China the ability to fly all the way to Los Angeles and shoot a nuke from a stealth airplane by 2025. This is where we're at, guys. But warfare is seemingly the technological advancements that are going on now, not only on land, air, and sea, but in space, as the U.S. Space Force is feverishly working overtime to develop technological advantages over Russia and China. We're living in the end times. This is the craziest. This whole thing with China has really become dangerous. You can feel it. You can sense it. Ever since this COVID-19 thing broke out, you know, and the way Secretary of State Mike Pompeo is so angry. And as you can feel it with this, everybody pointing fingers. And of course, here in America, we've got enough problems the way it is with a divided house. But this is becoming very, very dangerous, and we have to stay focused and prayed up, and people stay aware. Now, the Bible says in the last days there will be wars and rumors of wars, and nations will rise against nations, and kingdoms against kingdoms. And there will be these famines, pestilence, earthquakes in diverse places. These are all the beginning of sorrows. And we're watching DARPA, and I'm going to have a Patreon tomorrow that's going to blow your mind, literally. And we'll bring that out for you. So be watching for that tomorrow. It's incredible, the technological advancements now that are taking place that is going to change, really change how people act, think, and behave, even on the battlefield. So I've got a lot to share with you. Tomorrow is going to be a tremendous day of broadcasting. But tonight, I just want to say to everybody, it's not saved. You need to give your life to Jesus Christ. The advancements are taking place so fast. We're trying our best to stay on top of every moment. Now, while we're doing this, I want you to know that the COVID-19, of course, is continuing to wreak havoc within most of the nations of the world. It's really getting bad in Russia right now. We really need to pray for the Russians. The United States still not out of the woods yet, and there's talk of a second wave. It's all they keep talking about now is there's a lot of concern that this thing is going to blow up on us in the summertime. We don't want that to happen any worse than what we've dealt with. And, you know, you're trying to sift through it, but the second wave, what they're calling the second wave could be worse than the first. They're expecting 3,000 people every day to die in the month of June. And so there's all kinds of technology now being introduced. Drones are going to check people's temperatures. Drones over your homes, watching your phones, and taking your temperature, and your groans and your moans, okay? And then there's cameras being installed all over the major cities, guys. And listen to this. They are going to monitor whether or not you're wearing a mask or are you keeping social distance. This is what is already being prepared. Coming up in the fall, there's going to be more and more of this going on. So as this takes place, I'm going to keep you up to speed. Now, we're coming out with a brand new app that's going to be ready late May, that's going to give you up-to-the-minute updates in 12 different categories. And you can have that on your phone. You can have that app on your phone, and it will ding every time there's an update. And so it will keep you updated on the time we're living in, the coming apocalypse, the coming of Jesus Christ, the coming of the King of Kings. I mean, unbelievable what we're witnessing and seeing right now. And, we've only got one aircraft carrier left in the U.S. Navy that doesn't have COVID-19 on it. The last ship, the USS Harry S. Truman, and a few nuclear subs that are following it around. Guys, this is getting very, 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 very prophetic what's happening. We are in the days of, we're at the edge of eternity. We're at the brink of the beast. This is the apocalyptic hour. Something biblical is going on with the signs of the second coming of Jesus Christ. You want to give your life to Jesus Christ. You want to make sure you've been washed in the blood, and you want to be set up and ready to meet the Lord in the air. But we're watching all kinds of strange events going on, and a lot of pushing and shoving, and a lot of finger pointing, and a lot of threats going on. It's becoming very, very, very dangerous out there as it relates beyond COVID. Beyond COVID, you have to be aware of enemies that are trying to sink the United States of America, both foreign and domestic. And I'm just being honest. We are living in the last days. In China now. Great question. I've been wanting to answer this question. Is my church 501c3? This will probably be the 150th time that I will answer this question. So you're probably new. No. My ministry is not a 501c3. My dad's church is not a 501c3. And this will shock you. 80% of the churches in America are not 501c3s. 80% of the pastors in America are not 501c3. So this ministry, you never have to worry about us turning over your information to the government, because we are not 501c3. We've been accused of it. We've been lied about it. They've said all kinds of garbage about us. We got people running around fear-mongering, and now we got people who are running around trying to make it sound like that pastors are agents of the government to turn on the people. I want you to read my lips. Pastors care about the sheep. They are not out here to ruin people. They care about your mothers when they're dying. They will marry your daughters and bury your fathers. There is a few in everything. There's a handful out there maybe. But the bottom line is this, guys. Paul Begley Prophecy Ministries is just a country preacher in the cornfields of Indiana. We are not 501c3, nor will we ever be. That's why we speak freely. That's why we don't answer to no denomination. That's why we answer only to Jesus Christ. And that's right, 80%. You heard me. 80%. Only your mainstream denominations have the 501c3. All of your small independent type churches all across America are not 501c3. And that makes up for about 80%. It's the same thing in America. Take business, for instance. Big corporations, and then there's all the little small businesses. The small businesses employ 80% of the people in America. The big guys only employ 20%. It's the same. The 80-20 rule works in almost everything. It's the same. I'm sorry. This guy, whoever this guy is calling me a liar, I don't know what to say to you. What do you want me to say? Do you think I'm sitting there lying to you? I'm not a 501c3. How many times do I got to say it? How many times do I got to show it? How many times do I got to declare it? How many times do I got? What else can I say? 80% are not. Okay? There's a lot of good pastors, and somebody should stand up for the pastors once in a while because they seem to take more abuse than anybody I know. 80% of the pastors are not 501c3. And even the ones that are, a lot of them are great pastors. Okay? Great pastors. God bless all of you. That is a woman who is making sure she just bites her tongue.
No, I'm just Hebrew logged. My brain is Hebrew logged today.
Well, someone asked the question if we were 501c3, and I said no. And then they called me a liar.
Oh, wow.
I don't think the person that asked me called me a liar. I think it was a couple of people.
Wow.
And I don't know what else to say.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what else to do. But I don't want to hear people bashing pastors all day long when so many of these great men and women of God care about the people and they're doing everything they can to help the people.
Mm-hmm.
It just gets tiring. Mm-hmm. But so that you'll know, for the 151st time publicly Prophecy Ministries is not a 501, a 501c3. Mm-hmm. We're just not. God bless.
And there are good 501c3s.
And and that's the other thing. Let's not throw everybody who is a 501c3, let's not shove them off the cliff. Mm-hmm. A lot of them are great ministries. Mm-hmm. Okay? Mm-hmm. They're not out here. They're out here helping people, feeding people, helping people,
How about this?
I'm just so tired.
How about this?
Yeah.
How about stick to the Bible, which is her tongue is the law of kindness. And if we had more of that going on, we wouldn't have any of these conversations.
Well, the 920 people that are with us live right now, 919 of them are on our side. Mm-hmm. Okay?
Yeah.
I'm sorry for the one who isn't. Give your life to Jesus Christ, sir. Get saved. And you'll feel much better. And you'll start understanding what it means to carry the load for the souls that need to come to Jesus Christ. God bless. I'll be back tomorrow, guys. You want me to play a song? You want me to play a song? Yeah, why not? All right, maybe that's what we need. A good song right now might actually lift our spirits. So I'll do it. Thank you for bringing that to my attention. I think that's a great idea. I kind of feel like right now a wayfaring stranger. Maybe I should just, do you feel like I feel like a wayfaring stranger. Yeah. Let's do it. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son. I must be tired, I must be tired. I'll stay strong, thank you. I'm just a poor, wayfaring stranger, traveling through this world below. There is no sickness, no toil nor danger in that bright land to where I go. I'm a-going there to see my Father and all my loved ones who have gone. I'm just a-going over Jordan. just to go over home. God bless you guys. We love you guys. Thank you. Oh, they love the mega quake, Heidi. Oh, yeah. I know dark clouds will gather round me. I know my way is rough and steep, but beautiful fields lie just before me, where God's redeemed their vigils keep. I'm a-going there to see my mother. She said she'd meet me when I come. So I'm a-going there over Jordan. I'm just a-go over home. Oh, yes. I can see the lights of home shining before me. I'm just a-go over home. Hey, you know what? You're right. Bill Monroe actually did do a version of this song. And of course, Johnny Cash did as well. Emma Lou Harris did. Charlie Daniels did. Trace Adkins did. I think probably about, I don't even know how many people did. Way before I ever did my version of it right there. But one thing's for sure, it's a great song, goes way back. And one day we're going home to be with the Lord. God bless all of you. Hope you enjoyed this quick update. This is where we're at. We're in the last days. China has revealed this stealth nuke bomber. We're living in the end times, guys. God bless all of you. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Are you serious?